In this PC Answer tutorial, I'm going to show you how to boost your internet connection using applications rather than purchasing hardware like the BT iPlate. Now, there are several ways that you can increase your broadband speed, and I'm just going to go through a few of them. Some of them actually don't work, but we've tried to pick the ones that actually do for you. Now, the first one I'm going to cover is OpenDNS. This is a very handy tool which you can use. It's basically, it replaces your current DNS, which is your domain name server. This is what you contact to find the URLs of websites, and it also is basically the route in which you get data from the internet. Now, using OpenDNS, it's a more reliable and slightly faster system of accessing the internet. Now, what it does is it filters out stuff that you normally don't really care about and tries to only give you things which are, useful and handy. It's also very good for like parenting controls. It filters out a lot of rubbish on the internet. To use it, just click on Start Using OpenDNS, and there are 3 ways in which you can get started. Now, if you have access to your router, you can actually set your DNS in your router options. But if you want to do it via your computer, click on the computer button there. And then we're going to click into Vista, and you have a nice, straightforward with screenshots method of how to set yourself up. What you will need to do is go through this. It's just basically going in and changing the properties in your TCP connection. And what you would do is just use the following DNS server and type in this new DNS. And then you will have to set up an account with OpenDNS. It's completely free. So then you would, type in your email address and etc. So it would also, it will prompt you if you are using OpenDNS. It will find out if you have got the right DNS settings put in. Once you've done that, you will be able to access the internet through OpenDNS, which should be more reliable than your existing DNS server and a little bit leaner. But the increase isn't totally dramatic, just you may notice speedier loads due to some content being completely removed. And the second thing is we're going to cover FasterFox. The original FasterFox, which you can get through the FasterFox website, only supports up to Firefox 2. The chap seems to have stopped working on this extension. Now, if you go to the Mozilla add-ons section and type in FasterFox, if you go down to the CCMan 972 version of FasterFox, this will work with the latest version of Firefox. So then you need to check this button and click Add to Firefox, and then a little Install Now will come down, and you click Install Now. Now, I actually already have it installed. It's down here, and it tells you how long the page is taking to load. If you right-click down here and click on Options, this will load up the FasterFox options. And what you can do is you can use these presets down here. Or if you go into FasterFox, you can actually edit these entries. You can go into custom as well. This will bring out even more options, and you can set cache sizes and connection type, pipelining, etc. And with this, what it does is FasterFox will cache a certain amount of your data on your hard drive, which means that when you load a page for the first time, it will load all the images it needs, and it will fetch all the items that it needs. And then when you load it for a second time, so if it's a site you visit on a regular basis, you will notice increased load times as a result, which is very handy. It's what a lot of these accelerators do. You may remember the Google Web Accelerator, which is no longer available as of early this year. That was featured in the Speed Up Your Broadband issue. And that is a very good tool, but unfortunately they've stopped using it due to browser issues and items like that. Now, the difference between FasterFox and the Google Accelerator is the Google Web Accelerator used the Google servers to store this data, and then you loaded it from them. with Fasterfox, it's actually stored on your hard drive. So in effect, it can also mean that you end up with large temporary internet files, sort of like with how you used to get them with IE. But as a result, this kind of cached browsing really does improve the speed of your connection. And one final item I'm going to cover is Down the Mall. Down the Mall, again, is a Firefox extension. You can get to it from downthemall.net. And if you click on this, it will go to the Firefox add-on page. And then you can install the Down the Mall extension. And the Down the Mall extension is really handy, as if you right-click on something, you can actually click Save Link with Down the Mall, or Start Saving Link with Down the Mall one click. And what happens is if you go Save Link with Down the Mall, it will then ask you the URL and where you want to save it to. So just like desktop, and then click Start. It will then connect to it, but it doesn't just download it from one location. It tries to download it from as many locations as possible. And as a result, what it will do is it will split your download into parts and increase the speed of your download based on the fact that it's downloaded from several locations at once, and it kind of picks the areas which have higher bandwidth for the larger chunks. And it's very similar to some of the earlier applications, but this one's just built straight into to Firefox using an add-in. So it's a really handy method of downloading files at a very speedy rate. So that's how you can increase the speed of your internet connection using applications rather than hardware alterations.